Good morning. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Okay, good morning, everybody. We're going to get started. Good to see everyone. Happy July. So let's all get started. We're going to work a little bit this morning, and then we're going to set a goal for July, and then we'll talk about a couple of things also. So the first assignment is to wake up your Facebook and your Messenger. So make a post on your Facebook wall and go to Messenger and send, let's do birthdays. That will wake up your Messenger. So the first assignment is make a post on your Facebook wall and then go to your birthdays and let's send our birthday wishes. And if you don't know how to find your birthdays, comment and I'll tell you how.
Darla, can you hear me?
Yes.
Actually, I'm trying to figure out how to use my phone. So a lot of this that you guys are doing on Facebook and stuff, I'm still learning how to use.
Uh-huh.
So trying to pull up like the birthdays and stuff like that. That stuff is very beneficial to me when I see that. So
Okay, what kind of phone do you have? Was it Donna? Are you talking?
Yes, honey.
What kind of phone do you have?
An Android.
Okay, I don't know about Android. Does anyone know how to find on an Android?
I can hit Nicole up and bother her.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have an iPhone and I'm
I have
very.
an Android.
Okay, Karen, do you have an Android?
Yeah, I can explain it. She can
Okay,
just go
thank
to
you.
her events. Like when you click your little Facebook menu, go to events and then calendar. And
Uh-huh.
the account will pop up.
Oh. Okay. That's easy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
No problem.
Okay, and when you're finished with your birthdays and with your post on your Facebook wall, comment done in the chat, please. Thank you.
Hey Darla, this is Lisa. Can you remind me again how to find it, how to find the birthdays?
Oh, do you have an iPhone?
I do.
Wait.
Did you?
Lisa, do you have an iPhone?
Yes.
Okay. Go to, let me find it. Well, I think someone explain how to find birthdays on an iPhone. Mine looks like it's changed. No, I'm going the wrong way. Just a minute, Lisa.
Hey, on an iPhone, you're just going to go up to the search bar at the top of your Facebook page, and you can just type in birthdays, and then it should bring a couple different options at the top. And it literally says for me, birthdays today. And when I click on that, I have the option to see all, and I can see any birthday that's past, any birthday that's today.
Oh, thank you, Stacey.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
Okay, I got it. Now it was in May for some reason. And on the iPhone with the update, it also has an option to send a personalized birthday card. If they're a good friend, you might want to do that. If they're just an acquaintance, I use the voice memo to send my birthday wishes. Hi, everybody that's joining. The first assignment was to wake up your Facebook wall and to send your birthday wishes. Those two things, so that will wake up Messenger. So that's what we're doing right now. Okay, it looks like a lot of people are getting finished. So we'll go on to the next thing. And this is something you can do. If you don't have time to finish each assignment, just write it down, and after the power hour, you can go back and finish the ones that you didn't get to complete. Hi, Wendy. I hope you're feeling better. I don't see you, but I saw your post. Okay, let's go to our customer group and comment on 10 posts in the customer group. And don't just like it or love it. Try to write a few words on 10 posts in your customer group. Especially if you have someone who's given a personal testimony, go and comment on their post to congratulate them or whatever on their post. Someone with a personal testimony. Hi, Maria. Okay, the first assignment was to wake up your Facebook and your Messenger. And so make a post on your Facebook wall and then go to Messenger and send your birthday wishes to wake it up. And then the next one would be to go to your customer group and comment on 10 posts. And I suggested commenting on personal testimonies and not just putting an emoji, to write some words out. Thank you. One reason why we say to go to do these activities or assignments is because it helps you be more active on Facebook. But like in the customer group, it's going to help your customers see more of the post from your customer group. Also, on personal testimonies, I love to comment on them because it makes that person feel like that they are important to us, and they are. Let me know in the chat when you're finished. Good morning, True Vision Health. Whoever it is. See if I can see them. Gentry. Hi, Gentry. Thank you for joining us. All right, we'll give everybody else just a couple more minutes to finish your commenting in your customer group, and then we'll go to the next assignment. Hi, Allie. Oh, I see Tara Teague's on. Guess who is speaking at True Summit in a couple of weeks? Congratulations, Tara. I'm very excited to hear from you. Wendy Navarro she's had vertigo, so she doesn't have her camera on. I wanted her to help me this morning, but she doesn't feel well. Hi, Doretha. Love you. Okay, so let's go to the next assignment. I've talked to you a little bit on other calls about joining interest groups. And so if you're in an interest group, good morning, Alicia. If you're already in an interest group, let's go to our interest groups and comment on 5 or 6 posts in at least one, but if you have 2, comment in 2 of your interest groups. And this is what it does. This is how you get new friend requests. So you're going in and you're commenting on other people's posts, whatever they put up, like if they put up a picture of their dog, if they say something about where they're camping, just wherever you're at, comment on their post, and don't just put 1 or 2 words, write a couple of sentences. If you're not in any interest groups, I suggest right now, try to join 2 or 3 interest groups, and I'm having a blast with mine. This is where I'm getting most of my friend requests. I'm in a couple of puppy groups, I'm in a couple of camping groups. I'm in sewing groups, cooking groups, but especially the dog group, the puppy groups. Everybody loves their dogs. And so, I mean, you can make them feel really, really good and create friendships fast. If you tell them how pretty their dog is, tell them one of the best traits that their kind of puppy has, anything like that that makes them feel good about their dog, they will send you a friend request after you comment on their post 2 or 3 times. So let's go to our interest group and comment on 5 or 6 posts in them. And then if you're not in an interest group, try to join a couple of interest groups. And you can look for anything, hiking, running, biking, cycling, cooking I love too. And what I like about the cooking groups is sometimes you can post videos, do live, not lives, you can post a video in some of them. And so that makes it fun. So let's do that right now. So I'll put it in the chat, time it in the chat. And I think this is number 3. Maria, do you have a Great Dane? Oh, awesome. I'm in a puppy groups and I don't even own a dog, but I'm learning a lot about them though, because Google is a big help. I know I had a boxer that I loved, but I wasn't at home enough, and he started getting wild. So a couple down in my community down the road a little ways, they lost their boxer. It just came up missing, and they had posters up. So I had my puppy up for sale, and so I told mine looked a lot like theirs to go down there and get me the number. Called the lady and I told her, I said, I don't have your puppy or news about your puppy, but I have a boxer I would love to give you if you'll give him a good home. So they have my boxer and she sends me pictures of Sully. He was an outside dog for me, but he's an inside dog for her, and he's having so much fun inside. So I know where he's at.
Boxers are the coolest, Darla.
I love them. I love them. So yes, I'm in a boxer group.
I lost mine a year and a half ago. She passed away of congestive heart failure.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, she had a good life.
Well, good.
But- So
Sully's having fun. There are other puppies there, and she still sends me pictures of him. And I've been by there a couple times to see him. Honestly, what's the last time? It's been months though. He acted like he still knew me.
and he probably did. They don't forget.
Yeah.
They have incredible memory.
Oh, Allie. I've debated getting another one, but I'm just gone a little bit too much right now. So I like to spend more time with them. So maybe in a few years we'll get another one. They do have fast tongues, and another thing is they can get hyper, and ours was getting really big, and he would jump up on me from, like, if I was walking away from him, and he got to where he was so strong, he was about to knock me down, so I gave him away. Okay, so if everyone's finished with their interest groups, let's do an assignment, and some of you may have already done this. I know it's the second day of the month, but I like to set goals for each month, a short-term goal. And so right now, I want you to write down on a piece of paper, your notebook, whatever you use, your binder, but let's set a goal for July. So, and it doesn't have to just be about True Vision. It can be about just your life. But right now for the next, let's give it 5 minutes. Let's set a short-term goal for July. What would you like to see happen in July? And this is what I do. I write mine. This is the binder, or the book that I'm using right now to log all of my information. But I write it on the first page, like up at the top of my page. I write my goal for each month, and then like first of the next month, I can look back and see how well I did on my goal. So let's all set a goal for July right now.
Sharon sent me a message, asked if they can go swimming today, and I told her we have an appointment in St. Pete, but tomorrow would be okay.
Hey, I'm back. Can everybody hear me now? I got knocked off. I'll probably get it one more time before the meeting's over, but I'll be right back. Sorry. I'll tell y'all how we're, let me think, what was I talking about? Oh, how I'm contacting customers that I first got and first added to my groups. I'm having a lot of success with people re-enrolling that's been out of True Vision for a year and even 2 years because of the way that I'm contacting. So in a little bit, I'll share with everybody how I'm contacting these people. And give it just a couple more minutes for your goals, and then we're going to do some green dots, but I'm going to tell you how what I've been doing. When you're finished with your goal, put it in the chat, please. Okay. So we're going to do some green dots right now. But one thing I've been doing, if you to your group, if you're like your customer group, and you click on members, your friends will come up first. In my group, you need to make sure that you're the person that added that to the group. But contact some of those people, and I try to look for ones that I haven't contacted lately. But your friends will come up first in your customer group if you click on members, the ones that you added. Let's go do some green dots. Let's do about 15. Just reach out, ask them if they have plans for the 4th. Anything, just a little voice memo is what I like to do with this. So just, hey Maria, how are you doing today? Do you have big plans for the 4th of July? Something like that. So let's do 15 or 20 of those right now. And if you want to go to your friends, to your members list in your group, you'll see maybe you can come across some that you haven't contacted lately. When you're finished with your green dots, just comment in the chat, please. One thing I've learned, if I get up early and start with my daily method of operation, especially like my green dots, posting on my wall, commenting in the group, I seem to have more business during the day, more interaction with my customers or with my friends whenever I get started early. Another little tip for y'all is to make sure you write down your numbers every night, and also your PV, your how much PV you have. And I do it on on my calendar, so I'll show you. And that way you can look back. Like this is for June. You can see how many I had active and my PV, and I'm keeping 2 accounts. So, but I can look like this month on. I can look back to June the 2nd. Also May, go back and see where I'm at now and where I was at then. So I can compare and make sure I'm getting as far along every month as I was the month before, or passing it up a little bit. And another thing, I try to go after 1 sale a day. I like to do 1 associate at least to average for the month, 1 associate and 1 trial pack a day. But you set your goal for whatever you can do. I started out smaller than that, but I set daily goals. I also set a goal for the whole month, and then I also have goals for the year. But just be sure and write your numbers down, and you'll find it's very interesting, and you'll get to where you look at this several times a day. You compare your numbers to different days or different dates of the month.
Hey, Darla, I had to take an important phone call. What was that little tidbit that you were given just a
To
few minutes
write
ago?
down your numbers every day. So like where you ended, how many you had active at the end of the day, how many you have active, and what your PV is, your total PV. Write it on, I do it on a calendar day. So I have the calendar in my book. Let me open it. And I write it down. I'm keeping up with mine and Travis's on this calendar. So it's got a pretty good bit on it, but I just write down the PV I have and the amount active for each day. And then every month you can look back on
Okay.
different dates and compare.
Okay. Thank you.
The audio on. I'm back. This is so aggravating. I've had the phone company out here 2 times and they cannot figure out why my internet's dropping. And it only does it on Power Hour. Or on Zoom, I should say, not Power Hour, on Zooms. But we'll work with it. Mine too. At first I thought maybe I needed to move the cursor around a little bit to make it stay connected, but that hasn't worked. I went in the house closer to the router. That hasn't worked. I don't know, but it's okay. I'm working with it. When you're finished with your green dots, put it in the chat, please. Okay, several are done, so we're going to go to the next thing. The next thing I want to do is talk about the 10K pledge. So how many are part of the 10K pledge and try to get your 10,000 steps, average 10,000 steps a day for the month? Awesome. Oh, wow, Debbie, she just completed month 30. That is amazing. Congratulations. Okay, I just completed my first month for this time. I had been doing it, but I was with my left hip, and I got to where I couldn't even sleep on it, lay on it. I had to change side of the bed with Travis because I couldn't lay on that side anymore. And I went to the doctor 2 times, and they said it's just because I was sitting so much working. Because used to, before True Vision, before I started this full time, I was sewing and I was constantly up and down. I was in the floor, you know, doing whatever, pulling fabric, rolling fabric, but I was up and down a lot. But after I started this, I sit a lot. And so I started having trouble with my hip. But anyway, my doctor told me that if I would start walking or get more active, that he felt like that would take care of this hip pain. So for the month of June, I started trying to get my 10,000 steps a day, and I didn't until June the 13th, I did not get 10,000 steps in one day. I got between 6,000 and 8,000. But from June the 13th through the end of the month, I averaged 10,000, actually went over, and I finished the month with over 300,000 steps. So, and the pain in my hip is just about completely gone. It's amazing the difference that I feel with walking. So it makes me, it's got me motivated, but I've also lost a few pounds, which I needed to do. But I have more energy. I just feel better all the way around. And I've gotten several on my team to join, and some of my friends who are actually not even in True Vision to join walking every day by doing my post, contacting them, showing them where I have my 10,000 steps. Or yesterday I got 14,000. So, but anyway, I want to just do a push for the 10K pledge. I think it's very important, and I like to be a product of the product, but I also like to be a part of anything that our company is doing. And so in order to be a part, to feel a part, you have to be a part. So if you're not in the 10K pledge right now, I suggest try to join it. You just need, I was using a Fitbit, and for some reason, and I tried several different Fitbits, but it does not track all of my steps. And I know that's crazy, but we tested it with other people. We tested it with me and somebody doing the same amount of steps. It just did not keep up with my steps. So I got an Apple Watch, and it's more accurate for me. And I also learned how to connect it to Fitbit, to the Fitbit app, which makes it easier for me to keep up with. So today I'm doing a push for the 10K pledge. So if you're not, and when you start out, you probably won't get 10,000 steps the first time you try, but you might. And so it doesn't matter. You may have to work up to it like I did, but I'd like for everybody that can to join the 10K pledge, and let's try to get our steps in every day. My sister I think she completed her 10th month, Debbie Livingston, and she got her jacket last month, her True Vision jacket. So that's exciting. Now I really want a True Vision jacket. So hopefully in a few months I'll have mine. Okay, and so the next thing I want to talk about is how many are going to Summit? How many plan to go to True Summit in August? Yay, I can't wait. This is the best convention. This is the best meeting of the year is how I'll put it. But I promise you, if you can make it, if there's any way possible, I know some people just can't, but if you can, and you still have plenty of time, sell extra trial packs or do whatever you have to do, but try to get to the convention, to True Summit. It's going to be awesome. We've got new product that's going to be introduced. And sometimes the ones that are at True Summit with the new product that they introduce, sometimes we get to bring product home with us, the new stuff. So hopefully this year, and we have several new things that's going to be announced. So maybe this year we can bring home the new product with us, and that's before it's even in the back office. We'll be able to purchase it. So if there's any way possible, get with a buddy, several going together and get your room, carpool, whatever you have to do to get to Summit. Let's see how many we can get to Summit this year. It's going to be so much fun. Another thing that I enjoy so much is being in class with everybody, hearing from all the speakers, meeting the owners and different people that we see like on Zooms. We've met on the internet, but when you get to Summit and you get to meet them face to face, it's just so much more real. It bonds you a little bit more, I feel like. So I would love to see everybody that's on the Power Hour at Summit this year. It's going to be amazing. So I just wanted to put a push out for Summit.
Hey, Darla.
Uh-huh.
It's me
Okay.
with my
Andy
serial
Navarro.
killer picture. I wanted to just tell everybody too, they can use their reward points now to get tickets. So they
Yes.
just announced that yesterday. So that's huge. And even to see Molly Bloom, they can use
Right.
it for that ticket too. So
Okay.
I wish I'd
that's
waited.
awesome. Me too, but I didn't.
No, but it's awesome. You guys, if you can get there, get there. It's going to be amazing. I love the events, and I mean, everybody knows how much I love Darla, so I get to see her, of course, and I don't get to see her enough, and there are a lot of people that I don't get to see enough, but you get to see them there, and it's just nice to, you meet these people online and you build these relationships, but once you see them, like Darla said, and you get to put your arms around them and give them a big hug and really get to see them, it's just a great way to connect with people, and you do build lasting friendships. I mean, look at Darla and I, so she's stuck with me for life.
The Lord put us together. The
Yes.
Lord puts people in your life that you need, and Wendy has been one of my go-tos, my strength, my shoulder to cry on, my friend to celebrate with. And God
Same.
put us together through True Vision.
Same here. They're like, oh, it's the Wendy and Darla love fest again, but we do love each other.
We do. Another thing
And
is go ahead, Wendy.
I never would have met you otherwise. So it's just
Never.
it's so exciting. If it will re-energize your business, bring as many of your team with you as you can. It's a great way for you to bond, and then they get to network and they get to meet people that you already know or that you don't know, but they get to build outside, and they meet sidelines. Like I have Darla. Darla and I are sidelines, and I could go on. I have a list of names that have we've all linked arms too, and they will get that support there, and it's amazing, and the energy is unbelievable. So the owners do a really good job in corporate with putting it together, making you feel special, and like Darla said, the product launches are awesome.
And you'll more than likely get to hear Dave Brown tell about maybe all the products or several of them, but especially the new ones. And I love to hear it. I mean, I love to hear about our products, period. But when it comes from him, it's just a little extra special to me. So that's another highlight of going to Summit, is you'll probably get to hear information from Dave. Another thing is, I know we have the meetings and hearing from the speakers and in the meetings with all the information, and all of that is amazing. But then after hours, whenever people are in the lobby or eating together or just sitting out and fellowshipping, it is so much fun. It's such an awesome time to bond with, like Wendy said, with outside lines. And so it's just an amazing event. If you can get there, if at all possible, I would love to see you. Another thing, I don't remember who said, maybe Brandy Horton said that she does this, but if you find someone who you've seen their story and you've seen their before and after pictures, you've heard their story, get a picture with that person. And then like in your group, you could show this person's before and after picture, and then a picture of you with that person, especially if the person is not in your group. And then that way, that just carries a little bit more weight when you're telling a personal testimony, someone else's personal testimony. If you have you have their before and after picture, but then you could also come back with a picture of you and them now and put that with their before and after picture. That just adds a little bit more to it, to their testimonies. Whenever the people in the group know that you know this person, you actually have contact with them. So I feel like that makes it a little bit more exciting. So this year at Summit, if you want to, you could look for people that you recognize that has great stories, before and after pictures that we're all sharing and using, and try to get a picture with them. And that way you can add a little bit to your group with your stories, your testimonies. Okay, let me see what time it is. All right, it's 9:51, and that's all I have for today. Do we have any questions before we go? I know it's a little bit early, and a lot of people got up and jumped right on, and I appreciate it. I think I saw about 45 on. That's awesome for this early in the morning. So I'll let y'all go just a few minutes early unless someone has a question for me. You're welcome. Thank you, Maria. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Tabitha, everybody. Okay, we'll go. And everybody keep your heads up. Push hard for July. Let's make it the best July ever. I'll talk with y'all next time on Power Hour. Bye-bye.